Welcome to the Underman 105T diss track tier list that I said I would do for a few people. Here we are. I was gonna do this like a long time ago, but and back then there was only like 7 diss tracks out about me. Now there's like 30 plus, so this is gonna be a lot more enjoyable. No ill will to really any of these people anymore, of course. This is all in good fun. But we're going to include everything. I believe the only 2 ones that aren't here are Apox disses on me, as they're completely gone. I can't really find them. So, where would I rate Apox disses? Probably like decent. Our battle was terrible. My responses were terrible. I'll put it in decent. I'll put his ones in decent. Anyway, here we go.
But it doesn't matter if I wait, cause it's still bad either way. I know I'm not the goal. When did I say
so? First ever diss track on me, Under Bitch by Andy. Yeah, it was Andy's best diss on me. Probably, right? Andy's best diss. The second one was not actually. Was the second one better?
Promo when you start flexing your ammo low, talking about DMs. There wasn't a threat that was directed towards my friends. Explain it in multiple DMs I sent. But
okay, the second one was better.
One was white and the other 2 are Mexican. None are black. Damn first diss and it ain't even a fact.
The third one was just as bad as the first one, and then
I must really be scared because he don't want beef. Still trying to battle my foot's on his head. I guess that really means that he is under me. And you aren't funny, stop making jokes. Without any you, it's nothing.
Obviously, because Revy and whoever said the N-word, Revy did a high-pitched voice, himself, and then Andy on here, but there was one other person who was rapping with the N-word, so that can't be Revy or Andy, so I still don't know who the third person was. But I'll put Chunky and Decent just because they were able to rap, obviously, and 14-year-old me couldn't really compete. I specifically remember the spiritual lyrical moment had me shivering in my boots.
Just go brush your teeth. I'm lyrical bubblegum. I am the lyrical miracle spiritual prodigy.
And then we time skip massively, obviously. We time skip massively. And we reach...
Yo, I don't care if your ass was bored, cause if someone wants smoke, I slice the cord. Look, I didn't want to be...
I'm Not Deca as a response from Infinite. Pretty decent response, I'm Not Deca. Obviously referring to Deca, Lil Deca, who was like a furry who I dissed back in the day, like a long time ago. He never responded though, so... But yeah, I'd give that decent. It was a decent track. I think Matthew's Burial beat I'm Not Deca.
You the one that's gonna need your whole army. Listen, watch who you talking to, little fella. They'll have to censor your face, almost like it's Mandela.
And then Apocalyptic came out, which I think is... I honestly thought Apocalyptic was worse than his first one. That was just my opinion, and I've always held that opinion. There's like old messages with me and Andy. I'm like, this one isn't really... I always thought this one was worse than his first one. I could be wrong. I haven't listened to them in a while, obviously. No audio found. Then we have Gold Wolf's diss track on me, Sneak Disses. This track, rapping-wise, was pretty good. I recall, it was pretty good rapping-wise. But allegations-wise, like the bars digging at me, he didn't know I was a kid. So a lot of these disses were, aimed at an adult, like suck my dick, da-da-da-da-da. They were alright disses. I'll put it at the best of the decent category. Even he admits this wasn't his best work. He was just having fun with it.
Subreddit, I've been making moves while you stay dissing, it's just pathetic. It's just pathetic, your whole diss was full of bullshit, feeding into the bullshit, you're the one feeding people.
Cinzy's Okay was worse than Gold's diss on me. The freestyle was worse than Gold's diss on me, but it was worse than Gold's diss on me, but better than anything Infinite put out.
You lost to a freestyle, now you're finna get wrecked to a written. This bitch is the meaning of an imbecile, little incel, and he knows how to make decisions. You provide false information to fit your narrative.
His second follow-up diss, which came out after the first round of allegations, This one was better than his first one, and it was probably better than Gold's diss. Damn it, we're gonna have a lot in decent. I might need to make another fucking level, because I don't want to say, like, damn, that hit me, because it didn't really. So I need to make another level. Okay, now that we have pretty good, I can remove some. Let's remove these. By chucking that in the middle like that. Okay, cool.
Your mind, they're captured by fantasy PC. You cannot destroy them by typing on your PC. Yes, if I had the diss say 4 weeks, that doesn't mean I took weeks. Bodied, stop killing my brain cells, please. Patrick is a reliable source of info. Never goes against 9 against this, when you train news reminders, I ain't gonna twist much. Enough about that anyway.
Okay, now, it is pretty well known. I actually think, I don't know what the fuck happened. I've re-listened and re-listened to try and understand what was so good about Tank's disses to all of you guys, and I physically cannot comprehend it, like, at all. I've listened to them multiple times on re-listen, and I don't understand. Maybe Tank's bars were so good, so out of my league, that I just couldn't fucking comprehend them. But his first one was light work, his second one was decent, and his third one, again, this is in my opinion, was decent. But again, nothing better than what Infinite did, really. I'm gonna be honest. Here. Okay.
Back in the Bible, bored out my mind since I was a child. No wonder you underman. Know it's hard for you to understand the type of guy that got such a running man instead of actually running.
Manic's first one, what was it called? Manic episode or something? I think it was this one. Yeah, light work.
Filter, hide the face, looking like a labracuja commentator. Hide that filler, looking zombie before we hit the village. Family fight together.
His follow-up diss was better. I'd put it just above Tank's second round.
Yeah, why these niggas testing my hand like I won't body them? They ain't got respect for the past and no respect for the craft. With the garbage he drops, I mean, he himself admits that he's trash. I mean, all you niggas got.
Okay, now we get to the first K-Stack diss track, and yeah, K-Stack's first diss on me. Good. It's a good diss. Of course it is. This is a battle. Of course it is.
And this reckoning right there. I know this bed be sweating. This ain't a diss, this a therapy session. You and Pac white knighting when it comes to these disses. Won't surprise me if you hold each other's dicks when you pissing. Daddy A-Pop got his
second diss on me. It's a good diss. Of course it is.
You don't get it. I let the evidence speak for itself. September you said it. So you got no right to speak about Infinite. Your actions worse. This ass prescriptive bitch. You spend a minute refuting a joke. Just proves that you're sensitive.
His third diss on me. Also a good diss. But this was his first round of disses. Right? This is his first round. I thought they were all pretty good. I thought they were all the best that had come up. Like, they were all the best that I'd heard against me. Obviously, ever. So yeah, I really had to. I don't know. I pulled out as much of a pen I could back then. I listened to my disses in response to K-Stack now and cringe because they weren't that good. I like a few of my bars here and there, but nothing too crazy was going on my side. He definitely won at least 2 out of the 3 rounds. I think. I can't really remember. But yeah, whatever. Obviously, I didn't properly respond to this one until like 8 days later because I was away for 3 days and then I just didn't have the motivation to finish one after I'd already been away for so long, but that's yap.
Video, but I'm on it. You keep sending shots. I mean, it's clear that they keep you bothered. Not me, though. You get bodied again.
El Pacino wasn't a full diss, and it just kind of sublimed me a little bit to set up the next battle. I'd put Al Pacino in light work. The whole under Earth bar gives me flashbacks, and I'm sure gives K-Stack Vietnam flashbacks.
So realistically, my pen isn't worth the time. Dissing the rapper who tends to self-reject all the time. Talking drama rappers, it's by time we get to the facts. Sticking to that, how many beats?
And then this one, this is really weird for me. But out of the 3 follow-up K-Stack disses, the one I like the most, and I can say this because this might be a bit weird, but I listened to Disstracks on me again. Like multiple times again. I really enjoy them for some weird reason. The ones I don't like are this one, but we'll get to that later. You know, I do re-listen to basically all the diss tracks on me quite often because I enjoy them. I don't know why. Yeah, and sometimes I really like the track. That's a heat diss track. Now realistically, my pen isn't worth the time. Yeah, this is a really good track. I really enjoy the disrespectful nature of it. I really like the disrespectful nature of that track. It was good.
This you a bitch to me, lack accountability. You was never taught it. A broken home is a mystery, and all that God hating. And all that God hating on Twitter won't fix your misery. Perpetuate.
His follow-up diss, I'm not as big a fan of. Probably my least favorite out of the K-Stack disses, just because it's kind of it's a slower, hey, I'm warning you. I've got dirt on you. Don't do it. Kind of like Stack's Euphoria, but without the teeth, if you know what I mean. Like, this didn't have the caliber of the last one, especially in Disrespect.
Send your trolls over to comment. You love to go and talk shit, but the matter is that you sensitive as hell and you gon' hide it like it's Pappy's kid. Calling me a snake, then let's just run.
Infinite's first diss on me in response to my diss was his best, and it was better than Cinzy's, so I have to put it up there. It was better than Cinzy's.
When you lack mental and you harbor hate for God, but fail to realize the fact you was fucked up. He ain't the harbinger of your issues, but your trauma don't excuse the fact that you dealt abuse. I really wonder what happened in Catholic school, but I won't.
And then we get Ella's Revenge, which is by far the best diss on me, period. Right? Best diss on me, period. If it were true. That's the only caveat of that diss. If it were true. I still get uncomfortable listening to that track. That's how you know he put some work into that. That's how you know that track was the... I think what makes me the most uncomfortable is the clips from Ella. I always hated listening to those clips, even when Crover was just putting them out there. But that disc, that gives me that crawling anxiety feeling, like tightening in my chest feeling. Well, it used to, obviously. When that first dropped, I was freaking out. Because the allegations had resurfaced, and this time they have clips. Oh my god, they have the clips of the crying girl. I always had told Firelight, my mate Firelight, I told Firelight, if those clips ever resurface, I'm done. I'm done with the rap community. That's my career over, because I don't want to deal with it again. And then it came up again, and that was the true... the prophecy was fulfilled. The prophecy of me being doomed to relive allegations again and again and again was fulfilled, and that track hit me hard. That's why you did see a scramble. Keith was right in this respect, right? Keith in his diss track, Genocide, Before I Got It Struck Down, he was right in this respect where he said, I didn't know how to respond to Ella's Revenge, so I ran to him in his DMs. Yeah, I did. I ran to anyone I could contact in the other camp, and I went, hey, just so you know, this is false. Let me clear this up, and no one fucking believed me. I posted that really quick response video. Didn't work. Eventually, thank the Lord, on my main channel, I made a video about Crover, and that video had Ella's face in the thumbnail. And when she saw that, she came to my DMs to complain about it being in the thumbnail. I took it down, but then also said, hey, there's a bunch of people still perpetuating the lie that I groomed you. Could you, could you put a video? Could you give me some proof, please? And she did, so thank God. But when Ella's Revenge dropped, oh my God, I didn't know what to do. I had no idea what to do. Especially because I just got piled up on after that, right? After my response, Ella's Revenge then dropped. Then Infinite doubled me. Law dropped. Revy dropped multiple times. Keith dropped. Everyone dropped, right? It was hectic.
Nah, really, come on, Jack. Come on, Jack. Nah, really, come on, Jack. It's time to escape your comfort.
So here's Revy's first diss track on me, which was just Ella's Revenge Light. It was pretty good. It was shit, but, you know, rapping-wise, it has to be at the top of pretty good. No audio found. King Law's diss track on me. The best of the decent category. The first one, this is King Law's first track, The Death of Mr. Board. He was the only one not to use allegations against me in his first diss track. His second one, of course, he did. But this first one was kind of a warm-up round from him. He did like 8 beat switches, 8 different microphone qualities. It was kind of a bad diss track, to be honest.
Up to your dumb shit, you never had the bravery. I'm disappointed this round. I was like, that was it. Something so wacky.
And then we have Infinite's follow-up track, which sits right there. Then we have...
Let's talk about your younger cousin, you belong in the dirt. Let's talk about your school friends, they don't know you at all. Let's talk about your true friends, you got no one to call. Let's talk
Revy's follow-up track. And Revy's follow-up track, this is one of the ones that I really like going back and listening to, just like this one. Just because, specifically for the reason, that it would be such a hard-hitting diss if anything he said in it was true. I remember I was in school when that diss dropped, right? I was in class, and I put my headphones in, and I passed an AirPod to Firelight in my class next to me, so we could both listen to this, because, you know, why not? And we listened to it, and the whole time he's like, yeah, your friends know nothing about you, whilst on first watch, I'm listening to it with a mate of mine in real life. He's like, your real life friends know nothing, you abused your cousin and your auntie and your mom and all this fake shit, which was I laughed listening to that track, and then followed it up but with a bunch of memeing community posts. And when I've asked people behind the scenes, like, since we're all chill now, I've asked people behind the scenes, hey, do you have any fucking idea what Revy was talking about? And they all go, nah, he had nothing. He just pulled it out of his ass, which is great. I find that hilarious, and that's why I kind of like that track still. It's a guilty pleasure, this track, but I will put it as less than K-Stack's first round, last second 2 disses. Okay, I've just quickly reordered it, so anything closest to the ranking is the best, in my opinion, instead of the other way around that we were having it earlier. Anyway, I'm going to take... K-Stack's second diss on me ever and make it worse than his first one, just because the second one focused a lot on APOC. In the second one, from memory, it focused quite a bit on APOC, so that'll go there. Anyway,
you tried to lie your way out with your bullshit video, and now you're changing up the story. You're guilty as a whole. You see, whenever you get caught, you either try to justify it or try to say it's false, so we can clearly tell you're lying. You made it suck a bar.
Genocide was better than King Law's first track, better than Cinzy's first track, better than Gold's, better than Cinzy's second track. That's where Genocide's gonna sit, right below Infinite's tracks. The only reason it's sitting kind of that low is because I really didn't enjoy the mic quality on this, and it was kind of just repeating everyone else's points already. So, you know, this...
I've been chilling with my brother, get you sitting here making disses like no other. Fuck it then, I'm just sick of hearing you talking. I'm dancing on your dead body before we bring the chalking. On your need to ask some questions. She was talking about her brother, yet you made it all sexual. Got me really thinking, what was bro trying to get into? And I'm just really sick of mistakes and just leaving them in the past. But how dare you make X turn in his grave? X at least died just trying to make a change. The fact you even made that bar up is disgusting. I hope when you die...
This Bill Clinton track from Infinite was, honestly, light work. Sorry, Infinite. This Beware of the Dogs one, I remember this one had my school, like, teachers from my school as the logo of it. Hi, this is Editing Underman here, and I don't know what the fuck I was smoking. Firstly, the Bill Clinton one is not light work at all. I'd probably rank it in the decent category, in the pretty good category, probably his best one so far. And this one is the joke one. This is the Stomp on It one, which did not have my teachers as the logo. I don't know what the fuck was wrong. Swap the two. Swap these two where I place them. Swap them. This one was better. I like this one better than his other two that he dropped. And the third one I liked worse than it. But the fourth one fifth one. The fifth Infinite diss on me in the second battle, I liked less than it. Again, I'm smoking. I must have been fucking delusional during this recording. I obviously forgot, because Infinite dropped 5 tracks. I honestly I must have forgotten the order of which they were. The third one is his best track, and the fifth one, being the one that I just ranked, it is probably his second best track, just because he had the whole school thing going on. So the order is completely the same, except I'll show you an updated one at the very end for all the Infinite stuff. No audio found. And then we finally get to the last one, which is King Law's second round, which was straight up ass. It was trash. It was so bad. It was a nursery rhyme. Okay, it wasn't worse than Endy's, but it was a nursery rhyme diss track. They can't all be lying, Jack. They can't all be lying. It's so bad he deleted it before he even deleted his first one. That's how fucking sad it is, honestly. King Law's second round on me was atrocious. It was so bad. Me and Goldwolf were reacting to it together. I remember that. Yeah, we were reacting to it together, and we both started laughing so hard that Gold said I should start recording it because of how bad it was. I didn't, but I wish I did, because that track's gone to the ether now, and I hazard a guess that he probably will never publish it again, even if I begged him on my knees. But yeah, I think this is my list. I don't think I'd make any other changes to that. Like Tyler, the Creator, famously said, that was a fucking lie. These are the updates. I've put Infinite's round 3 in This Is a Battle. His round 5 in Pretty Good, and his round 4 in Light Work. At the worst of Light Work. Probably his worst diss on me ever. Best tracks are the ones closest to the color, so this is the best of this category, 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 this is the best of this category. Worst tracks are the ones furthest from the color, so this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one are the worst of each category. Of course, with the categories going in order. Yeah, so obviously it looks like K-Stack is absolutely dominating the top board up there, only joined by one Revy track and one Infinite track in the top 2 areas right there. Absolute domination from K-Stack. Cinzy, Gold, Infinite, Keith, and Revy taking up Pretty Good. Endy, Revy, Tank, Manic, Infinite, and Law taking up Decent. Infinite, K-Stack, Manic, Tank, Endy taking up Light Work. Endy and Law taking up the trash spots, respectively. And that is your tier list. I hope you enjoyed. And if you copyright strike this, you're a bitch.